Hey guys, Pet Marthor here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. If my voice sounds off, it's probably because I'm having voice issues. I'm not sick or anything, but if it sounds off, that is why. So I just thought I'd get that clear. Really quick, something I did not go over, and I should have. I don't know why in the world I forgot this, but if you use the grappling hook on enemies, you can actually steal whatever item that they can potentially drop. So you can steal jelly from the chews. You could steal the Bokobob seeds from these guys. You can steal joy pendants from the whatchamacallits. And you can steal skull necklaces from the moblins, or moblins. I think it's moblins, though. So I guess if you're going to make that blue potion, you know, if you don't have a fairy, which hopefully you have a fairy, but if you don't, then blue potion is going to be your next best thing right now. I would definitely recommend picking up a fairy, though, because fairies are better at this point. Blue potions might restore all your health, but fairies will restore all your health if you die. And since you don't have a lot of health, they're supposed to restore a certain amount of hearts, but since you don't have a lot of health right now, or hearts anyway, it's really not that big of a deal. So overall, the fairies, your better bet, because, you know, in case you accidentally get killed, you'll have something to recover yourself. Because if you die while you have the blue potion, it will still be a game over, because you didn't actually use the blue potion. It doesn't automatically use it whenever you die. Alright, so, in the last episode, I actually kind of messed up on... I accidentally grabbed that water instead of what I was supposed to be getting. What I actually was trying to get was obviously a firefly, which I said that's what I was getting. The firefly can be found over here. It's this rather large one. Right there, you see it now. So you just pick it up. I've already got one in my bottle right here. But you grab a forest firefly. This will be used later on. It will be able to turn your picto box into a deluxe picto box, which will actually let you take colored photos instead of just regular black and white ones. So that's what that is for. Alright, since we went ahead and got all the stuff from the Nintendo Gallery last time, we don't have to do that now. So what we're actually going to do is start the... That's a bad jump, so I'm not going to angle it. There we go. We're actually going to start the second temple, which that'll be a lot of fun, because I actually did this on my practice file yesterday, so I actually have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing here. And it's always good to have a good idea of what you're doing. So we're going to head over there. Fortunately, you don't have to go as far, at least up this tree. You don't have to go as far to reach that area. Okay, I can probably make that jump from here. I just need to get the Deku Leaf. Oh, I missed. Ah. Oh, I missed. Can we make back to the tree? Nope. Well, I'm running out of magic anyway. Ah! Confound you, science. Why must you have gravity against me? Alright, since I needed something to talk about, since let me try this again. Watching me jumping from whatever these things are to whatever these things are would get rather boring. Let's actually find something to talk about instead of watching me pointlessly go back because I messed up a very easy jump or floating thing last time. So I'm guessing well, I don't know if what y'all's schedule runs on, but I actually had to take the SAT, which I was not aware actually started today, but apparently it did, because today is Monday the 11th, I believe. And so like, alright, you need to get ready for the SAT. I'm like, oh, that's today? Okay. Our schools, since we just got accredited, is like super ultra obsessed with getting high scores on that, because if the scores are poor enough, it affects our accreditation or something like that. Which, you know, for the kids, we're like, whatever, we don't care. But fortunately, I didn't have to take very much of it. Since I'm only a part-time student, I only actually take geometry and chemistry there. That's the only 2 parts I had to do. Well, they label it as science, but, you know, it's chemistry for actual class, so it's, you know, chemistry-based science. Alright, so what you need to do right here, because you're not able to float all the way across, as that guy right there will tell you, what you need to do is you need to float to that island there, and then you can float to the Forsaken, or whatever it is called, Forest Haven place thing, yeah. So what you're going to want to do is go to this island. Now, if you look on your map, you can tell what direction that is. That is to your southwest. So what you need to do, because the wind is in a different direction, if you looked on that chart right there, you can see the wind is blowing to the southeast, and we need to be blowing southwest. So what you need to do is change the wind direction. If you don't change the wind direction, you can't float over there. You won't make it. But if you change the wind direction, and then jump for it, then you should have no problems making it. And make sure, obviously, that you have magic as well, because if you don't have magic in your top left corner, then you're not going to be able to make it either. The thing right there is just an updraft. It's not required for this jump. It's required for a different one. I can't see where I am. Game, I can't see where I am. I'm in the water. Game! I hate it when you do that. Ugh. I don't want hearts, I want magic. Thank you. Stupid updraft thingamajig. Don't hit it again, don't hit it again. I'm not gonna be able to see what I'm doing. No, 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 no. You can outrun it, you can outrun it. Dang it. Game! I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, good, I made it. That game is evil sometimes, or this game is evil. Alright, now if you talk to this guy, you don't have to, but it'll say, first thing you should do is replenish your magic power. I already did that. So this is what you need the updraft for. So, first thing you want to do, this time you'll notice you're going northwest instead of southwest. So you're going to have to change the wind direction again. Now, if you mess up on this jump, it's going to take you back to this island. It's not going to make you go all the way back to the start, so... It can be nicer, but this jump is still very annoying to make. And you'll see why in a second. And it's not because of this updraft. The updraft will continually go around in a circle, so you'll be able to catch it eventually. What's really annoying about this jump is the second half of it that you have to make. And I'd recommend jumping early to reach the updraft. Because if you don't reach the updraft, you can't make it. The worst part right here is the P-hats, which are these little floating guys right here. Because if they hit you, they will knock you into the water. So you need to watch out for them. They're very irritating. And on my practice file, they cost me, what, 2 or 3 tries? They were very irritating. You can get rid of them with the Deku Leaf once you're on the ground, though. You can also, if I can... I can't reach it. Well, that's a shame. They also drop golden feathers, which is the thing the birds dropped in Dragon Roost. So you can also get those from them if you steal them from them. But now we're in the Forbidden Woods, which is dungeon number 2. This one has a lot more levels to it. But just like the last one, the only rewards are 2 treasure maps. So it's not too bad. Here we have more green shoes. I'd recommend stealing some green shoe jelly from them, though. And if you can get really close to them right when you use the grappling hook, it kind of stuns them for a second, as you can tell, and then that will give you enough time to kill them. Alright, so for the first room, you need to pick up this nut. I don't know what they call it. It's just a gigantic nut, basically. And throw it at this thing. This thing will, whenever you get close to it, it's going to close that blue part of its eye, and so you won't be able to destroy it. So what you need to do is attack it with something far away, in this case the Deku Nut that they gave you. and then that will destroy it. If you lose the Deku Nut, it's going to respawn after a while. So don't worry about that. Oh, I guess I grappled the wrong one, but whatever. You can't actually pick up a lot of Chugel in here. This chest, I believe, just has the map. Probably. Yep. Just the map. Alright. And as we've already seen from the Forsaken Fortress and Dragon Roost, we already know what the map does, so there's no point in going over that. Fine, make me wait. Alright, now let's actually go through the door here. You notice it has the symbol that the Deku shield had in Ocarina of Time. Alright, let's start at the bottom here. I know you could float your way across right now, but let's start at the bottom. Ah, you. Go away. Hey! Don't eat me! Jerk. Die. Wait. Yes! It did drop one of these. Which I only needed for the hearts. I've already got full money here. Coward! You are a coward! Oh, I meant to pull out the leaf, not the... If you blow away these branches, they'll have something sometimes, and this one has a fairy. So if you want it, it's there. Put that in your bottle, I suppose. That one fled. The other ones, I think, just have rupees in them. And obviously you can't reach this. And boom! Well, I did not mean to kill you, but you got in the way. Money and hearts. But see, that thing up on the top closes now, so you can't destroy it. So that's why you can't use your sword. I suppose, in theory, we could try this. But I don't think it works. I think you've got to use the dungeon item or the Deku Nuts. Nope. I'm normally not bad with the Deku Leaf, but that was not a jump I should have tried to make. I should have waited. Also, if you jump into these things, if you ever notice, whenever you don't have full enough magic, they'll actually restore your magic a little bit. So if you wait, you can actually just refill your magic meter. So that's just something you can do. Alright, so now obviously our goal is to float up to the top here. One of the two treasure maps is actually in here, but it's not accessible right now. Well, it's somewhere in here, but you can't get it right now because it'll have one of these on the thing, and you can't actually... Yeah, you can use the bomb if you want. You can't actually obtain it because you don't have like a bomb or a Deku Nut or anything like that. And that was a horrible throw. I was trying to actually hit the eye when I should have just set it down and then walked off. So yeah, you can also use bombs. Bombs work too. Or the bomb flowers, I should say. We don't actually have bombs. Alright, this little puzzle right here, what you need to do is, if you see one of these, use your Deku Leaf on it. And that will pull this over towards you. So you can either use that, or if you're actually standing on it, you can face the direction opposite of what you want to go. So if I want to go this way, I need to face this way. And then use the leaf. Either one works. Just be aware, though, if you do the second of those two, you may have to do it multiple times. So, just a fair word of warning there. Alright, now we got more of these pea hats. And since we have not seen the golden leaf, or golden feather, I don't know why I said leaf. It says the certain strangest emanates from the coolest, beautifully shining golden feather. Winged girls are said to be infatuated with these treasures. So what that means is you can give them to a person on Dragon Roost, a Rito. I'm not sure who that is right off the top of my head, but that's what you do with them. Yeah, you can also stun these guys with them. Doink. 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 A little bit of magic here. And this one on the far right will make one of these appear. And so you can just get your way into the second room, or the next room, not the second room. This is like the fourth or fifth room here. But this is blocked. So, jump up here. Okay, hold on. Switching buttons here. I'm used to the leaf being on an X or the Y, not the Z. I'm used to the grappling hook being on the Z button. So I just swapped them really quickly. Jump up here, break this, and there's another Deku Nut. Now, something you need to be careful with on this part right here, make sure you set the Deku Nut not in the center, put it like to the side, and don't throw it like I did. Unfortunately, it broke, so it respawned pretty quickly. They'll also slightly deteriorate if they're not on those little stems. Drop it. There we go. But make sure that you don't actually blow on it with the leaf, because if you do, it's going to send it off the thing. And as you can see, it's starting to deteriorate already. But there we go, that's all we needed it for. So, let's keep moving on. Oh, I wanted to spin attack it. Oh well. Alright, do not run straight at this one, because if you do, these things are going to block your way. Simply put, they're all around the Deku Nut, so what you need to do is use the leaf to blow it. As I mentioned, you can do that. And then you can get out of here, break the vine, and continue on. So that one's a pretty short room. That's just designed to tell you, oh, you can do this. Alright, so here's what you do in here. This one you just need to gradually work your way up the room. First thing you do is there's a grappling hook right here. It took me forever to realize this in my practice file. I thought you were supposed to use the Deku Leaf to float somewhere. I'm like, I can't find anywhere I'm supposed to go. Jump here. These are kind of pretty cool platforms, except when they do that. Then they're just jerks. They move, but what the idea is they're supposed to move you to whatever area, so they'll move you up to another area where you can start platforming a little bit more. They're normally very nice when they're not being jerks. Alright, so let's try that again.